Julian!
There's no way you can destroy that, no matter how hard you try. A love like theirs is too strong.
I thought you left.
I did, but I knew that you would walk away. You'd still keep hanging around here, waiting to cause some trouble. I came back to make sure you didn't. I'm not going to let you pull anything. You're not going to ruin their night together.
Have you lost your mind, Julian? You're actually going to stand guard for the woman you love so she can be with another man.
That other man is her husband.
And since when has that stopped you from going after a woman you wanted? Look at them. Are you actually going to say that doesn't bother you? Oh, you really are a fool.
Eve wants her marriage to work. She wants to be with TC. If that's what's going to make her happy, that's what I want for her. I'm not going to let you take that away.
Imagine. Julian Crane is a knight in shining armor.
Eve has had enough unhappiness in her life.
Julian, drop the noble act. I know better. I know who you are. You are nothing more than a selfish pig.
I've been called worse.
You've never thought about anyone but yourself.
That's not entirely true.
Nothing more than a cad, a womanizer.
Guilty on both counts if you leave Eve out of the equation.
What equation? There's only Julian and what amuses him in that moment.
Not with Eve. She's different.
What makes my sister different? What makes Eve so damn special? Go ahead, Julian. Tell me. Tell me what makes Eve so damn special. How can you still love her? She's a drug addict. She's a drunk and a slut.
That was so long ago. She was never promiscuous. The drinking and the drugs were my fault.
How can you take the blame for what my sister did with her life?
Because I introduced her to that life.
She had choices just like everybody else. She had the choice to listen to me when I came to her for help.
She had no idea how terrible things were for you at home, Liz.
Right, because she couldn't have time to listen to me when I tried to tell her our father was molesting me.
She has said she was sorry. And she wasn't herself back then.
Go ahead, Julian. Make excuses for her. Here, you tell it butter wouldn't melt in her mouth.
That woman in there, that's the real Eve. The one you're talking about existed for a very short period of time because of me. But once we split, she went back to who she really is, and she pulled her life together.
And I'm just supposed to forget the pain that she caused just because she wasn't herself.
If you want to be angry at me, because it's my doing. But it's time you accepted the fact that Eve is not the monster that you've made her out to be.
Well, she may have pulled her life together, but she damn near ruined mine.
That was so long ago.
Oh, and I'm just supposed to forget, right?
Eve is a good woman. She's a wonderful wife and mother, a brilliant doctor.
She's a miserable bitch. She's gonna get what she's got coming to her.
You're going to leave her alone. And a husband, and children. You're going to stop dwelling on the past, stop blaming Eve for everything, and finally accept the fact that you and only you are responsible for your life, no one else. Just stop wasting it and move on. Did you listen to me? You're going to move on and leave Eve and TC alone.
Never. Eve is going to pay for what I suffered. She's going to pay for what she did to me. Her own sister, and she turned her back?
Let it go.
No. I want revenge.
Revenge is very destructive. It ends up destroying the person who's seeking it.
Not this person. It'll do nothing but give me supreme satisfaction.
Move on.
Not until Eve has paid in full.
That is so unfair.
Fair? Is it fair I never had a husband? Or a family?
But that's not Eve's doing.
Yes, it is.
How?
Eve and my father betrayed me. I was never able to trust anyone again. Let anyone that I cared about get close.
You need to get past this.
You know what? Just save the Dr. Phil stuff. You have no idea how I feel. My drugged-up whore of a sister has a wonderful life, and I get nothing? It is time for me to set things right. It's time for Eve to get what she deserves. So no, Julian. I am not going to move on. I will have revenge.
You may manage to hurt Eve, but in the end, the person who will be hurt the most is yourself. I guarantee it. So really think about that, Liz.
What's to think about, Julian? I am going to set things straight between my sister and myself, and then I will finally have justice.
Jill, there's nothing just about this.
You know what I think, Julian? You should move on with your life and get your nose out of mine.
The one who will end up hurting the most from this is you.
Lord, here we go again.
Revenge is not the answer. It will eat at your insides.
I will let you know if that happens, okay, Julian? In fact, once I have TC and Eve is out in the cold, which is where she belongs, you and I can sit down and I will let you know if I'm the one who's hurting.
You're never going to end up with TC.
Oh, yes, I am.
Look at them. I mean, that's love. What the hell's the real thing?
Is it?
Look at them.
If their love is so strong, TC wouldn't have kissed me the way he did. And on more than one occasion, I might add. And on some level, both Eve and TC know it.
You're delusional.
Really? Why don't you ask Eve? She saw TC kissing me. She saw her husband looking for love from another woman. And I guarantee you, in time, that's gonna eat her insides out. But you know what? TC doesn't know that Eve saw us. And he's an honest man, so he's gonna feel obligated to come clean.
And tell her.
Oh, Julian, I love that you are actually able to be shocked by decency. Yes, TC will tell Eve everything. And as soon as those words are spoken, they'll never be able to forget it. That kiss is going to hang between them. And in time, it will tear them apart.